Hello and welcome again to Let's Play Shadows of All. This is Policy of Madness. Last time I came here to Bryn, we kind of fucked up the quest where you're supposed to save Claire, but we ended up saving Claire anyway. And we learned that we need to take care of either Perth the Adept, who I think is in this house, or go to the Desharik and convince him that we're crazy. And either of those options will get us into Spellhold. We're gonna go with Perth the Adept.
Credo, oculo.
Don't know if he casts True Sight, but probably he does.
Whatever you want.
Here he is.
In the name of the Council, I am here to keep order.
I am Skywarp. Fuck you. Alright.
Potentis.
Presi. Ali. Manus. Entes. Ha. Manus. Entes. Ha.
Alright.
Vita.
Yeah, I think he's pretty helpless right now.
Vita. If you say so.
Got him blind before he managed to, get off his spell turning. Last time you may have thought that you heard me say that American immigration policy is not sure what that was. Power word death maybe. I have far too many hit points for that. This is kind of a fun little thing, except for the part where all of the spells that it's possible to get kind of suck. We're gonna take it with us anyway. Last time you may have thought you heard me say that American immigration policy is at least informed by the need to keep the
Of course.
other countries in the Americas from essentially getting ahead of themselves. Let's rest first.
If that's what you want. Whatever you desire.
And posing some kind of a threat to the United States.
Nothing like some time ashore. All I needs is some grog and a... Nothing like some time ashore. All I need...
Christ. Have I mentioned that I really hate that little
Is that all? Yes.
line that the pirates sometimes say. Regular sailors sometimes say it too. It's just really irritating. It's loud and it's long. It takes forever for them to finish it.
Nothing. An excellent day for whatever you're after.
Alright. That was unnecessary, really. Hey, it's not night. So here we are. This area has a extremely impractical architecture.
Whatever you want.
But, you know, whatever. Wow. I bet death will take care of these. Kind of disappointing to encounter these here. Oops. If you didn't hear me say that, then you must not have been paying very close attention, because that's exactly what I was saying.
Incorrect. Tell me all about it.
Interesting. Getting close to the tops now. I could be overwhelming myself with potions here. You can tell how much I care. Potions and scrolls of basically crappy shit. Especially with the I think this is the way in. Yeah.
Yes. What would you like?
Especially with respect to the scroll writing, but also the potion creation works this way too. You kind of get a random thing. How's that work? How did I write a scroll and not know what I was writing until it was done? I don't understand. So, this is all there is to Spellhold. The outside, anyway. I'm not saying that things like nativism and economic concerns and political considerations on the part of whichever party is currently in power have nothing to do with it, because of course they do. What I'm saying is that if you took all those things away, if you somehow made racism no longer a thing, then yeah, in theory you can get down here, but I think in reality you can't. Yeah. If you took all those things away, then the consideration that people can't... Yeah, I got rid of our wardstone. That people can't be allowed to just come into the United States in whatever numbers, that would still be the case. That would not go away.
I trust you have good reason to be entering this place.
So, it's very obvious that even though he doesn't look like Irenicus, his voice is Irenicus's.
You made inquiries in town. I have agents and eyes. Security is quite important when dealing with an institution such as this.
It's very unclear to me why he is going to all this effort, because we're going to learn that he essentially fed us some spell components. Sam Havarian did it. Fed us some spell components, and he can put us to sleep whenever he wants to, so why is he going to all this? I don't understand.
I know why you have come. You have been observed since you arrived on the Isle. No doubt you are brimming with concern for your Imoen.
Yeah.
She is in good health, and if you will permit me, I will direct you to her. This is not a prison, but an institution of healing and learning.
Yeah, except that she was brought here against her will for committing a crime. So fuck you. Yeah.
Nothing to it.
And there's a door here, but we can't get in it. I think we need a key. So we really don't have any other option but to follow this.
The
dude.
residence for the magically deviant houses many people, all of whom can benefit from a structured environment. They can also be studied, such that what they are capable of is understood better. Take young Dealey here. She was cast from her family for her talents. At a remarkably young age, she learned how to shape magical energy, allowing her to change her form as she wishes.
Have you a new face today? I think you do. I can see the real one. Tomorrow, I will be you, okay?
She sees that this is actually Irenicus.
Here she is safe, and others have learned something of what she does. It is invaluable information.
Hello. You are new. Those your faces? Funny. Maybe change them. Ooh, this face is boring. Now I'm...
That doesn't look like a chicken. It looked like an adult dude, and then it looked like an air cab.
Ooh, this face is boring. Now I'm...
Okay. She'll also turn into a wolf.
Ooh, this face is boring. Now... Ooh, this face is boring. Now
I guess not.
I'm...
This is Wanev. He used to be the asylum coordinator before I took the post. Too much exposure to magical forces, I suspect.
What? What do you want? Is this not enough? I want this hole cleaned. Don't you stare at me.
His mind could not handle the energies that circulate this place. A bad reaction to a particular spell unhinged him quite dramatically.
Yeah, something that Irenicus cast on him. We'll learn that later.
No one foresaw it, but with study we can prevent it happening again. His career is over, though.
What? What do you want? Stand up straight. I want that report by dawn. I want this hole cleaned. Don't you stare at me. It's all right. Tired of working here. Wanted a holiday. Was thinking of retiring. Probably going to die. Time to move on under down. Down, down. Shut up. No questions. Make an appointment. The coordinator speaks to no one. No one speaks the coordinator. Memos. I must direct the asylum from here. Take a memo.
So these memos, there's two of them. This is the one that you normally get. It's just a simple substitution cipher. There's nothing particularly difficult to crack here. This is a I don't remember what this one says, but it's like nonsense. There's a second one that you can get, which tells you to always keep the pantaloons. I've never actually gotten that one though. I've talked to this guy, probably 100 times. One time I went through here and I was talking to him like 100 times, and I never did get that. Keep the pantaloons memo. So I just take it on faith that that memo exists.
This is Nalgir Skal, once a great bard of some repute, though now he is little more than a child. His last research project was into the nature of the universe and what lies beyond the gods. Something apparently didn't like him looking.
I used to have pretties piled high to the sky. Don't remember where they are, though. Pretties.
Somehow he retains his spell-casting abilities, however, and is incredibly dangerous if unsupervised.
So I guess he met Cthulhu.
Hello. Have you come to play? I like to imagine stories of far away. Farther than you can see, or should. I used to have me pretties. Some are hidden, where only I can see. You want to see?
So I guess he stashes these gems in some kind of alternate dimension.
Many, many pretties, piled high beyond the sky.
And you can get them. You can get it, as far as I'm aware, an indefinite number if you're willing to put up with his little thing there.
This is April, and she sees a bit too much as well. Experiments with planar travel have given her sight that extends beyond the world we know. Unfortunately, she can also see the denizens of those other realms. They are quite numerous, apparently, and she is never truly alone.
Apparently. I think he knows.
All around, behind, above, all around. Ah!
She does not sleep much, but use her eyelids when you can see through the planes. She will be studied so that some good may come of her condition.
What? What do you want? I see you! I see you all! Never alone. Even when alone, you just cannot see.
She sounds a little bit like Nalia.
I can see things. Things beyond the veil. It's all the same to my eyes. I can see things. Things beyond the veil. It's all the same to my eyes.
Okay.
This is Tiax. Not too much is known about him. He was found raving on the side of some road.
Some road.
Tiax rules all. You are but grease for the wheels of his rule. Silence the squeaking of those that protest. He rules all.
Obviously a danger, as you can see.
TX, of course, was a potential party member. We did not pick him up because we don't pick up party members. But even if we did, we wouldn't have picked him up because he's useless.
He rules all, he does. You are but a left bunion of his wondrous idol. You be grateful for the chance.
Why would his idol have a bunion?
Tiax rules all from this throne room. You are all servants of his majesty, even as you feign ignorance. The heavens move because he waves his hand. The waters stir as he twiddles his toes. The wind blows as he passes, and on a whim, he can break them all. Tiax takes no notice. Go and spread word of his mighty stature. Tiax rules all. Just ask him, and you shall see.
Okay.
Bad dog! Bad dog!
Oops.
Werewolves all! Back with you!
So this is Dradil. We met him and freed him from the werewolves, but I guess they didn't leave his mind.
Obviously, he has had some sort of traumatic experience in the past. He cannot be allowed to roam with the power he possesses.
And here's Dradil's room. He has some money.
You, do I know you? No, I don't know anyone. Back! Bad dog! Play dead! No more tests! No more questions! No more! Back! Bad dog!
So despite what Irenicus is trying to have us believe, everybody says that the tests and the questions and, you know, living here is basically kind of terrible.
You, the rank smell of Gulladon the Unmanned! Bastard! One has lots of time for reflection while waiting for the endless waves of bad doggy werewolf monsters that chew your toes while you sleep! Personally, I spend the time reconstituting culinary delights from my childhood. Would you like a recipe?
And these are legit recipes. I mean, it says dragoon soup, but there's nothing here that you couldn't come up with here in the United States. Looks like it's some kind of a egg drop soup. He also has a dessert recipe, which I kind of like, and I really someday want to try it.
Bad dog! Away with you!
Alright. Unfortunately, you can only get one recipe from him before he,
Bad dog! Away with you!
before he enters this dialogue here, and I think you can't get him out of this one.
And lastly, the one you seek. She is quite well, considering the circumstances.
So empty. Empty.
She does not seem willing to respond right now. Her consciousness comes and goes. It is fortunate you arrived when you did. Oh, you misunderstand. It is fortunate for me that you arrived when you did. I'm quite through with her for the moment. It is you that I am after. I knew you would seek her, and so the path was difficult but not impossible. All designed to test your potential.
So Salmon Hurrian is a master of herbs. This will be Yoshimo who did this, if you have Yoshimo with you.
Well, it would seem that my visitor has awakened. It is as I predicted. It all has been. I fear I have had an advantage over you. I have planned your coming from the start. It could be no other way. A bit of treachery by Seaman and a spell component goes into a soup or some other dish, undetectable and nothing more than a seasoning until my casting.
This is actually kind of clever. You know, the whole idea that a spell component could be eaten by somebody and still be a spell component is, I guess there's a timing thing there. But it's still, it's pretty clever in my opinion.
But don't worry. You won't have to think about any of this or that. Your life ends today.
Not actually sure how this aligns with the story that we were given. that, and that we will be given in the future, that there was this, like, great sacrifice that was going to take place, and Gorion and his buddies crashed the party, killed all the priestesses. We were the child of the high priestess, and he just took us away, and Saravak was there, but he didn't get picked, and he was kind of bitter about that. Or maybe would have been if he'd known. It's actually unclear if he knew. And, you know, Gorion only had time to take one kid. But I guess that Imoen also got away somehow, or maybe she wasn't part of that grouping and got away from some other grouping. I don't know, but she lived, like, literally under Gorion's nose, and he either was not aware or he knew and just did nothing. And I'm not actually 100% sure how logical this is, how, you know, how this fits with the information that we have been given about Gorion and about our past. So while we were being, you know, taught shit, she was cleaning the stables. And I guess Gorion didn't give a shit. I'm also not sure how, you know, much use this is. Also, there's a causality thing here, because that guild war was started prior to our escape from Irenicus's place. In fact, that's what drew the Shadow Thieves down there. So I guess you could say they started this guild war prior to the escape, but there was nothing like this setup in his dungeon, so how was he planning to cast this spell? I don't really know. You know, this is obviously custom made for this whole spell, but I don't know how he was planning to do this under Ethkatla. It's also unclear as to why they had to do a guild war with the Shadow Thieves as opposed to just, like, kidnapping people off the street.
Incactus Pulca Imperium.
And here we are.
Not fight. To fight is to lose. Come to me. Find me. Within. Find me within. You cannot fight alone. You cannot. Find me within.
Now there's a way to get through this without losing any stats, and I've done it, but it's kind of a pain in the ass, and we're not going to try it this time. I am going to explore as much of this as I can, though. So here we're flying in space. But we're also in Candlekeep. This is the outer keep. And the inner keep is in here. This guy said that it was immoral to, you know, I think he sensed in some way, you know, what I've been saying, that there is an ability to, of the United States to improve the economies of these less developed countries in, yeah, this is kind of wacky. I don't remember Candlekeep having little areas of open lava. go there yet. Why not? Let's do it. See if we can get it done.
Fall to your knees. You can do no other. I am within you. I am your essence.
This sounds like a Worf from Star Trek Next Generation. I don't know if it's the same voice actor, but it sure sounds that way.
You cannot run from yourself. You cannot defeat yourself. I am the blood. I am the instinct.
So we literally can't defeat him here. He has that thing where he can get down to 1 hit point, and we'll never get less than 1 hit point. Probably this will not work, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. We do have an extra constitution point, and we're going to use it here. They don't give us the option to sacrifice charisma. Oh, he got us. That's okay.
If you say so.
If we were quick enough, we could get in here and evade him. But we weren't. Can we go upstairs? Nope.
I can see you there. Wait, and we can win. Shh. Before the shadows return to me, I have seen what is to come. One alone cannot fight. Together we must battle your instinct. Alone you would fall whether you win or lose. But here in my sight, we can defeat it. Lead the creature here. Lead it to me. And we shall fight it together. Together. He does not expect us together, but he has shown me how. Go and lead the beast here. It is your only chance, and my last. Now, it is in my sight. I will add my will to yours. He has shown me how to make it vulnerable.
He's not going to attack my soul, is he? Okay. Or just exploring. Because that's what we do. Oh. There we go. Alright, all explored. Not really a big deal, obviously.
Deny me? Fight me within your own mind? I should devour you! How do you stand? I sense your soul. It has taken form to guide from within. You are strange among your kin.
Or just strange in general.
But it is weak and will not help again. You are empty inside. There is nothing within but the instinct.
Something is wrong. No, not again. Not again. Ah!
It's not clear what that meant.
Well, you are a strong one indeed. You resist beyond all reason. The pity you are dead on the inside.
Loses all ball powers. But it's not actually, you know, you have to scroll up to see this. But not again, not again? What does that even mean?
I have drained you. Drained you of the very thing that made you special. It is the worst of curses, and I should know. No, you warrant no villain's exposition from me. You are barely sentient now. I have taken your very divinity and drained you of your soul. The curse that was wrought against Bodhi and I has now ceased, and yours has begun. You will wither, you will wane, and you will die.
Except that he does give us a little bit of exposition here.
Bodhi, remove this nothing, and Imoen as well. We are restored at their expense and need them no longer. Our revenge to come is now all the sweeter.
As you would have it, my brother.
Of course. See to it as quickly as possible. I will tell our friends in the dark of our coming. We will plan our assault from here.
We are getting plenty of exposition.
I bid you farewell, child of Baal. We shall not meet again.
And so your life does come to an end. A pity. You have proven resilient beyond all expectation. It is appealing to me.
Whatever. This is not hardly a test of clarity. Okay. Oh, that must be, what's his name? But how? This doesn't make any sense. We talk about this like it's this something that was created a long time ago, and some of the apparitions here will kind of indicate that also, that this whole thing was created at some point in the, you know, at least several years ago, probably decades ago. But now he's under her influence, and that must be that one dude, and he's a vampire. But how was he still alive when Bodhi came here so that she could, you know, turn him into a vampire? And actually, I think he says something that indicates that he's been a vampire for a while. I don't understand. the
Are
hunt
you all
is.
right? I was so scared. You came all this way to get me, and we were almost...
This hunt is like not even a thing. See, this I don't get either, because she never knew she was a child of Baal, and now she's no longer divine. She didn't know she was divine. Now she's lost something she never knew she had, so why should she feel any different? How could that possibly be? I mean, I'm the protagonist and you're not. How could I possibly be different? Goodbye. What do you mean, sort of? We're,
Of
you know,
course.
half-sisters. There's no sort of about it. Okay, so, I'd like to do this all in one go, so I'm actually gonna call it a day here. I don't know what this is. What is that? Not sure. But, next time we'll be doing this thing in the dungeon, and, this is actually where I gave up on the game the first time, and I'll tell you then exactly where that happened. And I'll probably talk some more about American foreign policy, because, you know, why not? So, join me then. Later.